All right, so this is a suggestion via a channel member. The name of the video is Chinese cause panic in Malaysia, pulls off immigration officer's hijab, arrested at airport. So apparently, a couple of topics. Let's go ahead and jump into it. This is coming from the channel China Observer.
Requirements for Chinese citizens, there has been a surge of visitors from China. However, some of these visitors have sparked concerns among locals, with a series of violent incidents unsettling Malaysian society in recent days. On August 13th, a Chinese woman lost control of her emotions while going through exit checks at Kuala Lumpur International Airport, attacking a female immigration officer before being arrested. The incident took place around 7:40 p.m. when the woman was traveling with a man and two children. During the check, officials discovered that they had no immigration records, so the case was referred for further processing. According to Malaysia's Border Control and Protection Agency, the woman became agitated when asked to let other passengers go first. She verbally assaulted the officer, using profanity, and aggressively grabbed the officer's headscarf, slamming her into a pillar in front of the counter. The officer suffered minor injuries. A physical altercation ensued, and the woman was warned several times to calm down. Airport security eventually
She was warned if she assaulted somebody? That's interesting.
Subdued her, and she was handed over to the police. The police have opened an investigation under the criminal code. On August 15th, the Malaysian Peninsula Immigration Service Staff Union strongly condemned the attack, calling it a challenge to Malaysia's legal sovereignty. The union emphasized that travelers must respect the laws of the country they're visiting. The union's president, Ajit Singh, said, "Immigration officers are the first line of defense for national sovereignty. Attacking them during their duty is not just barbaric, it also damages the country's reputation and undermines security and international entry points." The union also called for authorities to reconsider installing surveillance cameras at each counter to improve monitoring and enhance safety of both officers and travelers. The incident sparked a heated debate on social media, with some Malaysians commenting, "Another story involving Chinese people, and these Chinese visitors are getting out of hand." Others urged the government to summon the Chinese ambassador in Malaysia to demand an explanation, and called on the Ministry of Foreign Affairs to make a firm stance and issue a warning about such behavior. Shocking as it is, on the same day, another violent incident occurred in Kajang, Malaysia. A woman, reportedly of Chinese nationality, hit a motorcyclist with her car, then attacked the rider and several bystanders with a knife. A viral video circulating on social media shows the driver hitting a motorcycle at a traffic light near Metro Point shopping mall in Kajang. After the crash, she became enraged, pulled out a knife, and attacked the motorcyclist, injuring him in the back. Several motorcyclists tried to intervene, and the woman initially got back in her car to escape. But as the crowd grew, she got out again with the knife and randomly attacked pedestrians. She then ran into the shopping mall, continuing her assault before being subdued by bystanders.
Bro, the audacity of you, like, traveling to someone's country, like existing within their country, disregarding their literal laws, okay? And then getting into an accident and then blaming the person that you smashed into, let's say, okay? Enough for you to then pull out some type of knife and chase him down with it. But that's a special type of psychotic, guys.
During the incident, she shouted, "I hate Malaysia," while the entire scene was filmed and quickly spread online. Local media reported that the woman hit 3 motorcycles and injured 6 people, ranging in age from 21 to 60. 2 of the injured are still under observation, while the other 4 have been treated and released. On August 14th, police confirmed that the 24-year-old suspect was an international student at a local public university. Initial investigations suggest that the attack was due to the stress and dissatisfaction she felt from her time studying and living in Malaysia. The Kajang district police chief stated that police had applied for a 7-day detention order for the suspect to assist with the investigation. Preliminary investigations show that the woman was upset by the treatment she received while studying in Malaysia, leading to resentment and pressure. As for
Bro, what does that have to do with everyone else, though? You're literally like attacking people for no reason. None. They did nothing to you. You're upset at the country? Why are you there then?
2 injured people still in the hospital, their condition is stable. The police added that the suspect has not provided specific details about her experiences, nor does she have a history of mental illness or drug treatment. While the police have not disclosed her nationality, online reports indicate that she is from China. This random attack has not only shocked Malaysia, but also raised concerns about the growing number of similar random attacks in China. The Chinese government often refers to such incidents as revenge against society, which downplays its responsibility. Commentator Du Zheng, an expert on Chinese affairs, pointed out that while no country is without its injustices, China under the Communist Party operates differently from most nations. The government maintains tight control through stringent stability measures, leaving citizens with few options to address grievances. The lack of press freedom and public forums for expression has created a highly repressed society. Du also expressed concern that traditionally Chinese people were raised with strong moral values, indicating a sense of boundaries and patience.
That feels fair, guys, right? I mean, obviously, if you are excessively repressed, what's going to happen? One day you're just going to do, you're going to boom, guys.
However, decades of government indoctrination have led many to abandon beliefs in divine justice and the concept of cause and effect. As a result, when they face mistreatment, they're more likely to react with anger and seek revenge, creating potential risks for Chinese nationals overseas. On July 17, 2025, Malaysia's new visa-free policy for Chinese citizens officially took effect. Under this rule, Chinese passport holders can stay in Malaysia for up to 30 days without a visa, as long as they do not exceed 90 days in total within 180 days. Reasons for travel include tourism, visiting family, or business purposes. In July, Malaysia's Ministry of Tourism, Arts, and Culture reported that China had become the largest source of tourists to Malaysia outside the ASEAN region, with approximately 1.8 million trips from China in the first 5 months of the year, a 38.8% increase compared to the previous year. In fact, Malaysia introduced the visa-free policy for Chinese citizens in 2023. Since then, the crime rate in the country has surged. According to the Malaysian Department of Statistics, online crimes rose by 35.5% in 2023, totaling over 34,000 cases. Now, with the visa-free policy, Malaysia faces more than just threats to public safety. The country's national security and sovereignty are being eroded by the influence of Communist China. On August 6, an incident involving suspected Chinese espionage aimed at interfering with Malaysia's national security was reported. Several local media outlets reported that 2 Chinese men were arrested on August 6 for allegedly trespassing into a restricted area of the Ministry of Defense building and operating a drone to capture aerial footage. The 2 men were charged in court on August 13th. Local police said that the 2 men, aged 20 and 27, were operating the drone near a football field close to the Ministry of Defense when they were spotted by patrolling military police. The drone, memory card, and other devices were immediately confiscated. During police
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not sure that that's super nefarious here, guys. Right? Listen, I travel a lot, and I always have my drone. I always fly my drone, let's say. But obviously, in certain places, it is not smart to do that. Specifically, places that are, borderline repressive. Let's just say that there. And many countries absolutely hate the concept of drones in their country. Period.
Questioning, the 2 men admitted they were following instructions from their employer to take aerial footage, but they claimed not to know the purpose of the filming. Investigations revealed the 2 men held valid travel documents. Authorities charged them with conducting espionage activities and recording in a restricted area. When the charges were read out in court on August 13th, the men denied the accusations after an interpreter read the charges in Chinese. The judge scheduled the case for September 11th for further proceedings, including the appointment of lawyers and submissions of documents. The men were denied bail. The incident sparked a heated debate on social media. Some commenters expressed concern, saying, blatantly stealing military secrets, and we need to stay vigilant. China's actions in neighboring countries are becoming increasingly suspicious. In recent years, China has been expanding its influence, with increasing reports of Chinese citizens and even foreign nationals acting as spies. These incidents have mostly been reported in Western countries. As early as September 2023, the Wall Street Journal quoted U.S. officials reporting that Chinese citizens posing as tourists had been caught trespassing in U.S. military bases and rocket launch sites without authorization. Similar cases have been reported over 100 times. The U.S. government suspects that this is part of a larger espionage operation to test the security measures of American military sites. Some of these cases occurred in remote areas far from civilian airports, where tourism is minimal. However, some incidents have raised serious concerns, such as when individuals tried to bypass security by claiming they had reservations at military base hotels. While the U.S. has struggled to press espionage charges against these individuals, most cases have resulted in only short-term detention for illegal entry. The Chinese government often dismisses such reports as rumors. Emily Harding, a researcher at the CSIS, told U.S. media that China's low-level intelligence gathering methods are well known within U.S. intelligence circles. She said, they're willing to send large numbers of people to gather information. Even if a few are caught, it's very difficult for the U.S. government to prove any wrongdoing beyond illegal entry. While those who are not caught
About
may collect
right.
useful information. Chinese espionage has also caused a stir in Europe, with spy cases reported in the UK, Germany, and Belgium in May 2025. British intelligence officials warned that Chinese intelligence agents had placed listening devices in parks and bars near the British Parliament to eavesdrop on conversations.
Okay, so I'm guessing that's why. We can go ahead and stop here. All right, so that has to be the reason why people are starting to assume, at least, that if someone has a drone and just so happens to be in a place where there is a government building close to it, at least they may be here for the sole purpose of espionage purposes. Okay, okay. Now listen, in terms of the story that we're encountering here, the first one is absolutely wild. Guys, listen, if you travel and you're going to another country, you have to respect the laws of the country. All right, it is what it is. And if the culture you're going to specifically has a mass religion, let's say, you should probably also respect that also, specifically in like North Africa, Southeast Asia, places where they have a massively different religion, just in general, the Middle East. Like, understand where you are, bro. Okay. And act accordingly. So you don't end up in some random jail in the middle of nowhere that you can't get out of at all. Okay. Just please be careful out there. But the act that woman did here was absolutely abysmal. I don't even understand that, guys. I mean, this is like, there's a different type of thing that happens. Obviously, in the United States of America, it probably went worse because she would have probably been, actively armed, let's say. But she went on a rampage for something she did. All right. But either way, listen, you guys all have an absolutely amazing day. The link for the rest of the video will be in the description. And in the meantime, I'll catch you guys later.